Well, look, for music tonight, something very special. We're a funny country, you know. You won't have heard a word about this. I'm the chairman of the board of a group of wonderful people in New South Wales, the Talent Development Project. We take young people from secondary school with seeming potential in the performing arts, and we train them, encourage them, and hopefully place them. The result is that graduates of the Talent Development Project are performing at the highest level in major theatre groups all over the world. We first encountered Nicholas Gentile when he was a kid at secondary school, born in Penrith. He could sing superbly. Then we discovered his instrumental skills were outstanding. But above all, he had attitude. He was ready to climb the ladder. We provided him with an opportunity to go to Broadway and work with composers like Stephen Schwartz of Wicked and Godspell fame, Alan Menken, Little Mermaid, Aladdin. That gave him an opportunity to perform at theatre venues in New York and Washington. Then he rolled all those talents together as a composer, where he's worked on various short films for international film festivals. He designed the musical theatre curriculum for the Sydney Actors School. The man wasn't even 25 when he's doing all this. He's the creator and producer of Broadway Reimagined, a wonderful show taking Broadway classics and musically reimagining them to lift the soul and warm the spirit. Well, he's now working on his opera, Émilie and Voltaire. The lyrics by Cheryl Sawyer, a sweeping score by Nicholas Gentile. He's just turned 30. Émilie du Châtelet is the 18th century marquise, a mathematician and physicist, but the mistress of Voltaire. Nicholas's work was one of 6 operas chosen from around the world for development in Lucca, Italy. Last year, in the midst of coronavirus and lockdowns, Nicholas and his team, with the support of Opera Australia, produced a 22-minute concept film for Émilie and Voltaire, featuring recitative, duets, that's where you don't sing but you sort of speak, duets and solo arias, all shot at the beautiful Lindsay House in Darling Point. The film stars the glorious young Australian soprano Julie Lee Goodwin. She starred in Annie. I was the president, hardly the star. And the magnificent young baritone Robert McDougall from Tamworth, and John Longmuir, the 35-year-old Scottish-born Australian tenor, a glorious voice, and Nicholas Gentile himself, a magnificent singer in his own right. Well, the Paris Film Festival is the biggest film festival in Europe. Last weekend, this concept film that Nicholas has worked on since he was 26 won Best Production Design. Today's May 5. In 10 days' time, it will premiere in Italy as part of the Puccini Opera Festival in collaboration with the Teatro del Giglio, and later this year, it will premiere in Australia at the start of the Sydney Film Festival. Here's a sneak peek. Well, this is ridiculous. Here's the man. Here he is. Have a look at him. Nicholas Gentile. Nicholas, that's not good. It's brilliant. You're a long way from Penrith now. Talent's got you there, but I mean, it's your passion. Your passion. Full marks to Mary Lopez and the TDP team who believed you. How long have you been working on this?
Absolutely. I've been working on it for about 2.5 years.
26 and a half, that makes you. My God. And Lyndon Terracini, the artistic director of Opera Australia, I remember approaching Lyndon and saying, listen, we've got to give the young ones a go, and you'll then never know how far they might go. Now, you couldn't go to Paris at the weekend. Hey, sorry?
No. Yeah, no, we're devastated that we can't go anywhere overseas at the moment, because I'd love to be obviously in Lucca for the opening at the Puccini Opera Festival. But the whole team and I are really grateful to Lyndon Terracini and to Opera Australia for supporting us last year during such a tough time to make the concept film.
Look, this is phenomenal, I'm saying to our viewers around Australia, to be part of the Puccini Opera Festival, where this young man's opera will premiere in 10 days' time, honouring the name and extraordinary achievements of the 19th century Italian composer Giacomo Puccini, who wrote La Bohème, Tosca, Madame Butterfly. And the festival is at Torre del Lago, which means the Tower of the Lake. And it's a little place of 11,000 inhabitants in the beautiful Tuscany, where there's a village, Torre del Lago Puccini, where Puccini lived for 30 years, and it's where he wrote Tosca and Madame Butterfly. And not far from his house, Nicholas, is an impressive open-air theatre which every year welcomes, quote, the biggest names in international opera. That's what they say. And now we add a 30-year-old Australian.
Pretty lucky.
No, it's not luck. It's not luck. So I'll tell you what, it is only the beginning. But I mean, you went over there, you were given some opportunities there. What's next? What really do you aim to do with this prodigious talent?
Yeah, well, now we're at the most exciting part of the journey, which is developing the full feature film. So our biggest hope, especially after the international recognition of the concept film, because the concept film is just a 22-minute condensation of the storyline. So our hope is now, after the success of the concept film, we can continue a conversation with major opera companies and movie houses and work on the development of the feature. Because the most amazing thing about this, Alan, is this will be the very first cinematic opera made to film for film. Every opera film before is an opera like La Bohème or Tosca. It's an opera that's hundreds of years old, but we've never yet had an original score made to film for film in the world of opera. So that's my aim.
Phenomenal. Well, just remember what I said. This is going to occur next week at the home of Puccini, where he actually lived and wrote. And it advertises itself all around the world as welcoming the great international opera people in the world, and you and your team are part of it. Congratulations. It's a fabulous story, Nicholas. Well done. We're very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Write it down, Nicholas Gentile.